What up, Dokkanners? Top grossing. Will Global be getting top grossing for the 9th anniversary part 1? The answer is yes. How many Dragon Stones will we be getting for top grossing? The answer is 30 or less. When will we be getting top grossing for 9-year part 1? The answer will be in probably a day or two from me posting this video. For those of you with short attention spans, you're probably already gone. But for those of you who are nice enough to watch my whole video, kindly continue with me as we go on a journey. This video is going to be explaining how top grossing works and how things are going to be tabulated in terms of the global stone payout. It might not necessarily be 30 Dragon Stones. It might be a little bit less. Let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look at the numbers and let's see what is going on. If you guys have been enjoying all the 9th anniversary content on the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I love you. So, number one thing, how does top grossing work? There is a very nice Reddit post made by our very own Proton. Shout out to Proton. You see him all the time in the comment section of my videos. That's my boy. He broke this down very well. It was something that even a dummy like me can understand. So if I can understand it, you can understand it. Now, I know we Dragon Ball fans don't read blah, blah, blah. I know. But every single time we do some of these videos, I always like to explain that this is a useful read because I believe that at least 3 people will actually listen, read this, learn how top grossing works, and can help me in the future combating the people who ask, hey, are we gonna get top grossing? How does top grossing work? The questions that can be very easily answered will now be a little bit easier to achieve because other people will help me in that cause. That's why I always make sure to emphasize this. The more that can read this, the more that can understand it, the less confusion there will be. TLDR, top grossing on JP happens instantaneously because JP has to hit top grossing at any point during a day. If they get number 1 for even a fraction of a second, boom, top grossing achieved. They get their Dragon Stones immediately. That's why you always see in the news, JP summons, 5 minutes later, JP gets top grossing. For global, it's a little bit different because for global, it spans the entire planet. So every single region needs to have ample time to tabulate those numbers. That's why it takes 2 to 3 days, sometimes maybe even 4 days. And also, it is tabulated a little bit differently. While JP gets their top grossing instantaneously by hitting number 1 at some point anytime during the day, global, or right here, global, you have to end the 24-hour cycle at number 1. So if you are number 1 for 23 hours and 59 minutes, and then at the final second, I don't know, Reddit takes over and usurps the throne from Dokkan, office reference, then we don't get top grossing. So that's how it works for global. That is why it is very difficult to achieve top grossing in a lot of regions, and it's usually only the few that really get it because they have a high concentration of Dokkan players in their regions. So that's how global's top grossing works in comparison to JP. Now let's take a look at the numbers and let's see how this worked out. Now it's a little unorthodox when it comes to anniversary because, well, we had the stone sales release day 1, and then we had the banners drop day 3. So there's going to be a little bit of life in 2 separate instances when it comes to iOS. When it comes to Google, it's usually just a dead zone because it's just oversaturated with business apps. We almost never do well on the Google Play Store. It's all about iOS. So let's check out iOS. July 6th was day 1 of the anniversary. And then it was like at the end of July that we ended up getting the stone sales. That was like 11:30 p.m. my time. So it's basically July 7th once the stone sales kick in. So you now start to see some life kind of being infused into the Dokkan world, right? Before we had red all over the place, there was nothing. And then July 7th, you see all the green, right? So that means people are buying stones. Not everybody. People who will proactively buy stones will buy their stones. But normally how this works is when a banner drops, that's when people buy stones. Not a lot of people are buying stones in advance because it's more of a, I'm going to get it when I need it kind of thing, right? So this is good, but this ain't it. So then we go to July 8th. For me, July 8th is when the banner dropped, but for most of you, it was July 9th. So as you can see, the majority of the day, nobody's really buying because they already either bought it day 1 or they're just waiting for the banners. So July 8th, there's nothing. July 9th, boom, we're cooking. So I am recording and posting this on July 10th. So on July 9th, 3 regions hit top grossing in all categories. 5 regions hit top grossing in games. These are generally the 2 categories that we look at. Games in action, we got 6, and then or 7 actually. And then for games and puzzle, we got 15. So the usual suspects are up at the top here. France, Hong Kong, Macau, shout out. When we go to games, Luxembourg and Belgium crack their way into the top 5. US joins at games in action. How is Global's top grossing going to work? Well, considering we have 3 regions in all categories, I don't think that they're going to fudge the numbers at all and move things down to games. Sometimes they do when we perform very poorly. With 3 regions, that means we're going to be getting 21 Dragon Stones. 7 plus 7 plus 7 at least. We will get 21. The reason why 21 is a logical amount is because that's typically what they do for top grossing on Global. However, since JP received 30 Dragon Stones for their top grossing, it is possible that they could count this as 10, 10, 10, or they simply just round it up and they just say, you know what? These 3 regions hit top grossing. We're going to say thank you by giving you 30 Dragon Stones. Or they just give us 21 and they leave it at that. Sometimes there can be some variation. Sometimes Global gets more stones when it comes to this sort of thing. Sometimes JP gets more stones. We're getting a bunch of different social media campaign stones. Currently, we are in the middle of this controversial Twitter, you must have Twitter to get 60 stones controversy thing, but that's more stones that way. So there are other ways to get stones other than just this. It is not a shaft for Global to get less stones than JP, because that's typically how we tabulate things. It's 7 stones per region. So that's my guess. In the next 2 days, 1 to 2 days of me posting this video, we will get a top grossing announcement giving us 21 or 30 Dragon Stones. It could be less, it could be more, for any number of crazy reasons, but that is my logical estimation for how they're going to be handling this. Now, let's take a look at the Google Play Store. Might as well look at it while we're here. So for July 6th, there's nothing. It's dead. Although, no, that's not true. There's a little bit of life, actually. Interesting. Then if we go to July 7th, that's when we have a full day of the stone sales. You can start to see a little bit more life right here. Still nothing promising. July 8th, you see some green, not enough. No regions hit number 1 overall anywhere in any of these categories. If we go to July 9th, oh, we're kind of getting there. We have Luxembourg at number 3 in games in action on Google Play. That's impressive. July 10th, I'm currently recording, we have 2 regions at number 2. So it's possible we could also maybe get something in the Google Play Store. And if that happens, might further reinforce my point about 21 Dragon Stones here. Maybe we get 1 region in the Google Play Store that gives us 7 Dragon Stones. So 7 here plus 3 here gives us 28 Dragon Stones. That is close enough to 30 to also be a conceivable outcome. So there you go. That is my full breakdown and guesstimation of the Dragonstone top grossing payout. We'll see what happens in the next day or 2. In the meantime, enjoy my summons, enjoy your summons, or lack thereof. Check out the videos on Broly and Gogeta. There'll be plenty more. Check out the live streams. There's a lot of stuff to do in the meantime. Just enjoying the new characters, either as your own character or as a friend unit. Either way. And if you're done summoning, save for Beast Gohan. Save, save, save. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on the top grossing process. Are you confused? Were you confused before? Are you confused now? How many Dragon Stones would you have if you were to add 21 to your account right now at this minute? Let me know. If there are any other thoughts that you would like to share, please do so in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you, the YouTube, know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.